So apparently Wednesday Night Dash got my personal account banned from Facebook. I I'm at a loss for words. Like, we didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong again. It was the second time I've been suspended, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit. And Lance Stroll is making about as much sense as the Facebook administrators. And we'll talk some Talladega, maybe a little IMSA, some penalties given out, harsh penalties given out in the IndyCar series. This is FR Racing's Garage Talk. I'm DJ Flo.
I'm Eric Richardson.
So we woke up this morning to Penske Racing being disqualified from the St. Pete race, which happened a month and a half ago.
Yes.
So 2 out of the 3, it was Newgarden and McLaughlin were disqualified. Will Power was given a pretty big penalty.
Yeah, 10-point penalty.
10-point penalty, and it was over push to pass. It was manipulated in a way that is not allowed in the rule book. That gave them what was it? Early access.
They were able to use it on starts and restarts before they hit the alternate start line.
And Penske's official reason behind it, they said, was this was used for a test when they were doing doing their testing, and it never got removed and put back on. It was just a dumb mistake on their part. So, okay.
And they discovered it at Long Beach, which is why it took a month and a half to.
Yeah, it was inspection. Was it? Now, I didn't figure this out.
I'm not fully clear on how they found it or figured it out.
So the question is, so did Penske find it and self-report themselves, or did it get busted during some kind of inspection?
That's what I'm not 100% sure on.
Here's the statement from Tim Cindric. He said, unfortunately, the push-to-pass software was not removed as it should have been following the recently completed hybrid testing in the Team Penske IndyCars. This software allowed for push-to-pass to be developed during restarts at the St. Petersburg Grand Prix race when it should not have been permitted. The number 2 car driven by Newgarden and 3 with McLaughlin both deployed push-to-pass on a restart, which violated IndyCar rules. Team Penske accepts the penalties applied by IndyCar.
Yeah, the 2 and 3 used it, but the reason that Power was not disqualified was it was determined he did not use it when he should not have.
And the top comment on the post is, wait, Austin's dad is the president of Penske? I guess I learned one thing for the day.
Yeah, Tim Cindric. Long time.
Yeah, he's been there for a long, long time. So,
Pato O'Ward, now officially the St. Petersburg winner.
I haven't heard anything from him. I mean, I guess he's probably not going to celebrate it because honestly, it wasn't going to make a difference anyway. Like, if they didn't do that, they wouldn't have won. This is just a honor.
I feel it's kind of the Chase Elliott Pocono victory.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. So,
at least it does show there's integrity. It's not Penske drivers get away with stuff with Penske owning the league.
Do you think they were extra harsh because it was Penske?
It'd be a rule book review to see what the penalty for such action is.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's probably one of the harshest penalties I've ever seen IndyCar give out in recent memory.
It's one of the few penalties I feel like I recall seeing.
Especially a month and a half later. But I guess then again,
it makes sense. We haven't raced in a month and a half. Makes me wonder about thermal. Even though it was an all-star race, if it was still in place there, if they found it.
It would have been. It would have been.
So it'd be interesting to go back and review that too. Even though it was an all-star race. And then Newgarden upset again. Well, the first time being upset this past weekend was trying to chase down Scott Dixon and maybe got rear-ended a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't.
I feel like it's a racing incident.
I mean, that was like pre-karma for Newgarden there.
When you're on a hairpin turn like that, and depending what you're trying to do, and he's a second back of Dixon.
Yeah.
You're trying to line up a run, maybe you ease up a little bit more. And Hurto's taking his line, and It's a racing deal. You can get
Yeah.
upset all you want that Herta took him out and da da da. But it triggered his anti-stall.
Yeah, it's just whatever. It is what it is.
It's racing. He was still able to finish, unlike Daniel Ricciardo in a near same incident.
Lance Stroll, that idiot just braked in front of me. It's like, so did everybody else. And you know what? Nobody else ran into the back of anyone else.
Well, and you eliminated Ricciardo from the race, and then Piastri ended up with issues also
Yep.
because he got some damage from Ricciardo.
You have to wonder. I mean, obviously everyone criticizes Lance for being, his dad owns the team.
I think
Probably wouldn't be there. He wouldn't be there if it wasn't for his dad owning the team.
there's no way he's there. I think the thing that people are more fed up with is he's blaming everything else but his driving.
Yeah, that was definitely his driving. There's
And
no
even
doubt about
Ricardo
it.
was like, look, you can see the way his helmet is moving. He's looking at the turn, not the cars in front of him. But Max wins again in China.
Yeah, Max wins again. End of discussion. So, on a topic that's really been peeing me off this evening is I've been banned from Facebook.
What do you do this time?
So, about a month and a half ago, I got a warning from Facebook that our Wednesday night dash broadcast was violating copyright laws. And I went through and I watched it. I'm like, violating what? We're streaming a broadcast, which is within permission of the iRacing broadcast manual. We have the only music we use is music we own the license for and are licensed to play. And like, we're doing everything by the book. And we multi-stream this. We multi-stream it on YouTube. We multi-stream it on Kick. We multi-stream it on Twitch and Facebook. The other three don't seem to have a problem, but Facebook keeps thinking I'm broadcasting copyrighted material. And I tried to appeal it. Their appeal system is just straight trash. I sent the appeal in, and within like 10 seconds, I got a denial saying you didn't appeal this properly. It's like, I gave you examples of what this is and why it's not. It wasn't even looked at by a human. There's no way to talk to a human. It's trash. And so I was on probation apparently, and we ran the stream again. We've been running streams for a couple weeks now. And we've had several IndyCar streams, no problem. We have run the truck series tonight, and I get an email during the broadcast that my personal account has been disabled. I have 180 days to appeal, or else I am permanently banned from Facebook.
And I get we need it for what we're trying to do. That is a Facebook ban, really the worst thing out there.
If I didn't use Facebook for like our pages and streaming and stuff, I wouldn't be on it anyway. And I'm about to craft a word to Mr. Zuckerberg. And then I got to start hunting around. Do I know anybody who works for Facebook that can help me out here? Because this is stupid. Like, there's nothing wrong with what we are doing. There is no copyrighted music. We're following the iRacing broadcast policy. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand why their stupid automation is so wrong, and their appeal system is just straight trash. Like, I can't stand it. And I mean, we're done with. Well, if I ever get myself back on Facebook again, I mean, we're done streaming to Facebook. That's for sure.
Any chance that they don't like the liveries on the cars?
Maybe, but it's like, what's the difference between me doing this and me playing, NASCAR Heat? It's not. There's no difference. Like, it's stupid. Like, I'm so sick and tired of them. But we are finished with Facebook, with streaming on Facebook. We're gonna, we'll go back. We'll do YouTube. We'll do Twitch, and I will give them a piece of my mind here after we're done recording tonight. So Yeah, whatever. Let's see if they turned off my Instagram account too. No, they didn't, because I'm looking at Instagram right now. They just banned me from Facebook. Okay, that's
Even
not
though it's all the same thing at this point.
yeah, right. I'm so sick of their crap.
So let's see. IndyCar's back at it this weekend at Barber. Be fun to see if there's any additional comments
I mean,
as
I
we
guess
approach the race.
the good thing is I could create a business account and just operate the business account with a oh
Just add as an admin.
yeah, I just create a business and run it off the business. Man, I'm so sick of Facebook. There's a reason why I didn't post to Facebook for like years. Straight garbage.
If you find me, the pictures that are there have been in place, I believe, since 2005.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, yeah. Oh, let me read you this. Read you guys the letter I got from Facebook. I thought it was spam at first, and then I looked like, no, this really came from Facebook. Message from Facebook. As a result of detection by our technology, what your same technology you have on the Cybertruck? Stupid piece of crap. You've agreed to the terms of service, which prohibit people from taking any action on Facebook that infringes on violates someone else's intellectual property rights, or otherwise violates the law stated in Section 3.2 of their stupid terms. Content you posted or managed on Facebook was removed multiple times for violating our policies on intellectual property. You're previously warned that if you blah, 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 and I told you, you suck. You can submit an appeal, reply to this email, and it probably won't work. And yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see a Facebook logo car driven by us at any point in the near future.
Nope. Yeah, your detection technology is garbage. Anyway, all right, I'm done ranting.
All the iRacing. It looks good, and you can't tell if it's real or not.
I mean, you can tell. Like, let's be honest here. Their
yeah.
stuff is trash. Like, Facebook is trash.
Yeah, invest some of those billions in good technology. Come on, dude.
Yeah, we multi-stream. Like I said, we multi-stream on YouTube. We multi-stream on Twitch. We multi-stream on Kick. None of those three organizations who have very strong backing and copyright detection technology have a problem with it.
Nope.
Like, they can just eat it. Anyway, we're going to close out tonight. We got a relatively short show because just life is happening. And apparently I have to call a lawyer. Yeah, I'm going to call a lawyer tomorrow. Yeah, I need to hire a lawyer because Facebook wrongfully banned me and now I can't access my business pages.
And yeah, now you need to pay $500 to do it.
Yeah, now I'm going to have to pay for a lawyer. Hey, thanks, Facebook. Really appreciate it. Anyway, Talladega. Tough day for John Hunter.
Yeah.
Wrecks the Toyotas and breaks his teammates back. Literally.
A compression fracture.
So we'll see the Cup debut of Corey Heim at Dover this weekend.
Yeah, I never want to see drivers get hurt.
Nope.
Hopefully he picks up, but John Hunter seems to find a lot of mishaps in the Cup car so far.
He is having a hard time adjusting to the Cup car. He was great in Xfinity last year. I mean, he's still extremely young. What's he, 22, 23?
He's not very old.
Maybe he needed another year or two in Xfinity before he is 26.
Really?
It looks like he's about 18. Him and Ty Gibbs have the battle for who looks the youngest.
Chris Bell could jump in there too.
Ty Gibbs is 21. He's also 5'7". I did not know that. Christopher Bell is 29. He's almost 30.
Yeah, he looks like he's 12.
Yeah, he does look like he's 12, but he's going to be 30 this year.
That's wild. I think NASCAR's got a figure something out.
What'd you think about McDowell's block at the
Oh man.
It was
The
just like, it looked like he was on ice skates.
the first block I give it to him, you got to make that move and try and run it off. But I think Keselowski anticipated it and then just completely overdrove that second block. I mean, I get it. You're trying to win and it's a big deal, but little too much. Just completely overdrove it.
Corey LaJoie wall road across the start finish line.
Yeah, he basically pulled a Chastain, so
A little more extreme, but
yeah, he was on his tires on the wall.
Tyler Reddick though steals a win for his
Literally.
airness. Who was in the building, or
Yeah,
no,
he was
I guess
there.
on the grounds this weekend. So, of course, the cameras immediately cut to Michael Jordan, super pumped that he's like, "Hey, I haven't been in the," he goes, "I haven't been here for a win yet, so this is awesome." So, good for him.
Yeah, a couple standards. Everybody is trashing the Fox broadcast again.
Yeah,
And the racing was extremely boring.
yeah. First, there were no cautions in the first two stages.
Yep. Then a small mishap, and then the Toyotas, and then the finish. But for the most part of the race, they're just running, trying to make fuel mileage, and running at 50% throttle.
Yeah, that
I think they got to get rid of these stage breaks. Is this
yeah,
just
or shorten them, or
it's like at this point, just shorten the races to that third stage and just
I mean,
get in and out
it's
and
kind of the
out.
point. Is like, what do we run the first two stages for? Like, we got a couple people got some stage points, but it was like there was no other purpose for it.
Yeah, at this point in NASCAR racing, there's nothing in these first two stages except for the playoff points.
Yeah, and the reason they went to it in the first place is because of races like this, where you had these guys hanging back for the first 75% of the race, running in running in a group, small groups, and running in like 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and then they'd push themselves up to the front. So it's like you go back to no stages.
Yeah, I mean, they just ran. Then even until it was last what, like 20 laps, they were just running in line. It was just a follow the leader race for all of it.
I mean, what do
Then
you
these,
do? Do you shorten the stages? Like, do you have more stages? Like, I don't think you can eliminate them at this point.
I don't think you can this season, but you got to look at starting to get rid of them or change something up. I think it's just taken away from the racing.
Yep, I agree. I mean, it's not racing. It's just hang out.
It's just
Don't kill
drive
each other.
around for 300, 400 miles, depending on the race. And then, well, let's actually race the last like 50 miles. Something's got to change. Short tracks are terrible. Super speedways are awful. The intermediates are the only thing that's even decent.
Yeah.
And even that's a question mark.
Yeah, and you got the smaller of the the like Phoenix, for example. Just the racing hasn't been very good there.
For the fan enjoyment of what they wanted to do with these stage breaks and playoffs, and they're slowly just putting NASCAR into the toilet.
And you look at it, NASCAR struggling with the car, Formula One struggling with just one person dominating too much. IndyCar can't seem to get out of their own way. IMSA can't market to save their life.
It just doesn't have the American draw. It's all road course racing and length. And we can't even watch a 3 hour baseball game without complaining. And their short races are 6 hours.
Yeah, the Long Beach over the weekend, that was only what, 2.5?
Yeah, the shorter.
I didn't watch any of that. I honestly, I don't know why, but I didn't watch any of the IMSA Long Beach. I watched a little bit of the Indy race, but apparently I was the only one who did.
But Americans, we like to watch cars turn left.
Yeah.
That's part of why IMSA doesn't take off here.
Indy's TV ratings, they put them on USA up against playoff basketball and
It's playoff hockey right
player
now.
hockey and golf. There's a lot to watch on TV. Did they even break 300,000?
You said that it was what, like 200,000 weekend attendance at Long Beach and then 300 on TV,
Yeah,
but
something.
wasn't counting Hulu and streaming stuff.
I don't know if that depends on who took the metrics, but like Nielsen does do streaming counts like Hulu and
Well, and the
YouTube.
other thing, IndyCar kicked off basically the same time as NASCAR. They were both
NASCAR
on
was
at
on, they were on Fox, so that's their advantage.
3 and 3:30.
Oh well, what can you do? We just criticize it. It's not our job to fix it.
If you want ideas and to fix it, um,
I don't know how you'd fix it at this point. I don't I don't want that job.
completely redo it. You pay me enough money. I just took on a new job, but I'll figure it out.
Be the what America wants advisor to NASCAR. Wow.
We like to watch cars make left turns.
Yeah, I got left turns 3 hours. Yeah. America.
I'm gonna tell you my first two changes: get rid of the playoffs and get rid of the stage breaks. There you go.
So how do you address a Matt Kenseth situation? Championships decided by August, or was it? Yeah, it was August, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know what my answer to that would be? Drive faster and don't let them
Drive
win.
better. Yeah, don't.
They'll figure out how to beat them. Not my problem.
It's kind of what Formula One's saying right now. Red Bull, Red Bull, Red Bull.
No, I think Formula One has some adjustments they need to make because it's going to stay like this for years.
I mean, it's 26 is your first chance. Next year is going to be the same thing again, more than likely. 26 is, with the new changes. And I've seen some critique that, people have put some of the preliminary, like, designs in, and this car is not going to work the way they think it will, or at least that's what some of the so-called experts believe. This
I think
Just think 'em
Formula
louder.
One,
Make them sound like the V10s.
with Formula One, you got to, the teams that are at the back, they should be able to get a bigger budget. Is when they put in the cost cap, you have teams that were behind in development and teams that were so far ahead. Then you cost cap.
And
It
part of it's, not just they were behind, it's that they weren't putting the money in. They didn't have
Yeah.
they either didn't have the money or they didn't want to spend the money. Haas.
And then you put in the cap and there's always going to be a discrepancy and it shows week after week. There is no competition.
You've got Alpine who has all these investors now driving a bulldozer. Williams has investors. Can't get out of their own way either.
No.
I thought RB was supposed to get the the RB19 as their car this year, because it sure doesn't look like it.
No. Or if they did, that's just how good Max and Checo are compared to them and know how to perform in it.
I don't think, that's just, I don't know. The state of motorsports at the moment is pretty rough. I mean, at least we got the Indy 500 coming up here soon, which,
I'll get some hype.
yeah, I mean, that sometimes doesn't end up being that exciting of a race, but it's, the buildup is fun.
Yeah, at least they took out the pit lane driving.
Yeah, no more of that. Newgarden, you cheater.
Oh, that's a good thing. That's a massive safety hazard.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that could have been really bad for somebody. On that note, I have to go appeal a Facebook ban. Can't wait to hear what that sounds like on the, on the radio.
We didn't touch on it, but a quick congratulations to Joshua Chinsky on his
Yeah.
racing win at Road Atlanta and
Yep.
Colton Garter on his Atlanta win in Wednesday Night Dash.
Yes,
So
yes,
that's
indeed.
this
Both
week's
good drives.
Atlanta doubleheader.
Both crap drives for us. Hey.
Yeah, it was a week to forget. Iowa coming up next on Tuesday, and then we are at Daytona on Wednesday.
Hopefully it doesn't get too terribly aggressive. This will get really messy. Don't have to throw a super speedway caution. frracingonline.com and frracingonline on all social media. Yeah, I guess Facebook too, even though I can't see it. I had to get one more zing in there. So we'll see you again next week.
Thanks for tuning in. Take care.